Si el ritmo te lleva a mover la cabeza, ya empezamos como es. Mi música no discrimina a nadie, así que vamos a romper.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I am coming at you with a client tutorial, even though she's not really a client. She's one of my girlfriends, Catherine. We work a lot of weddings together, and I honestly just wanted to glam her up today because she's so gorgeous with and without makeup. So basically I am starting with her brows. I am using an Anastasia brow pencil. I am brushing her hairs up, lining the bottom, brushing her hairs down, and lining the top. And then I'm going to go in with a brow powder from Anastasia from her brow palette in medium brown, and just fill in her brow hairs. She has a super gorgeous shape in brows, but they are very light, so I wanted to really make them look very full and dense. So that's why I'm going in with the brow powder, just to fill them in, even though she has really gorgeous brows with or without this. So after we are done doing this to the brows, I'm going to go ahead and take some concealer and just line underneath them, just to really define them and really shape them. And once I align it with the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and drag it downwards, just to go ahead and prime our lids with that same concealer. Then once I am done priming the lids, I'm going to go ahead and set that primer using any translucent powder or cream matte shade, whatever you want to do. You just want to make sure that you set that concealer. So now jumping into these ColourPop shadows, today I'm going for, I don't know, I honestly wanted to do like a glitter cut crease on her, but she didn't want glitter since she had an appointment, so she wanted matte, but I wanted to add in some glitter. So I came up with this eye look. I honestly just went for it, and I just came up with it, and it turned out so gorgeous. So I'm going in with ColourPop Beach Blanket in her crease as our first transition color. I'm just going to be buffing it back and forth until I get the right dimension or right depth that I want. And then I'm going to go in with Little Boat, which is more of like a terracotta brown. It's such a pretty color, and I'm just going to drag this about halfway in, kind of being a little bit sloppy and messy with it. Because it is a cut crease, you are allowed to be a little bit more sloppy with it. I'm just really working that outer corner of her crease and lid, and then once I'm done building up the intensity there, I will go ahead and I drag it inwards. Honestly, it just gives you a very sloppy look, but it looks put together later. So now taking Freckles with the Sigma E25, I'm really working this on the outer V, and then again, I'm kind of doing the exact same thing. I'm working it the most in the outer V, and once I'm done working it in the outer V, I will take the excess that's on my brush and just go ahead and blend it inwards, kind of creating that gradient effect on the eye. I basically just keep going until I get how deep I want that color to really be and how intense it is, if that makes any kind of sense. So once I am done intensifying the color and just really blending everything out, I'm going to go in to Maybelline Master Conceal in Light, and I'm going to use this to cut the crease. As you can see, I'm being very sloppy when I blend it, but now going in with the concealer, it's really just going to clean the whole eye look out. It kind of defeats the purpose to blend as much as you do, but it kind of doesn't at the same time, because it gives you that very sharp cut crease kind of look. So what I do is I place a little bit of the concealer on the brush, and I slowly begin to carve it out. I have her look upwards. As you can see, she continues to look up and then down, because when you look upwards, you can really see the crease and really define it with the concealer. So now going with Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie, I am using this color all over her lid. I usually use this color a lot as my first transition color, and I've never used it on the lid, and it is so pretty on the lid. It is literally a peach smoothie. So then going back in with Little Boat, I'm going to place that in between the freckles and the peach smoothie to give you that gradient ombre effect. My camera kind of went out of focus, so I wasn't able to show you exactly what I did, but I placed it in between those two colors. And now I went in with black, just a black matte eyeshadow, and I just placed this into the outer V just to really deepen up the look and really intensify it and make it look a little bit more dramatic than what it is. Then I took a little bit of that Little Boat terracotta brown, and I brushed it above the crease, above the cut crease, just to blend everything out and just to make everything seem very seamless. Wow, what a tongue twister. And now going in with Urban Decay's Midnight Cowboy Glitter. I wanted to use this glitter liner I honestly just wanted some glitter in the look, but I wanted to use it to really extra cut the crease, if that makes any kind of sense. If you ever create a cut crease and it looks kind of sloppy, go in with a glitter liner, and it kind of cleans everything up and makes it look like you meant to do it as perfect as you did, even though you really didn't, if that makes any kind of sense to you guys. So here I am just going in with Maybelline's Blackest Black Gel Liner and just giving her a very sharp cut wing. She already has lash extensions, so I didn't really need to add any lashes because hers are already full and brand new. So moving on to the face, I'm going in with EX1 Invisiwear Foundation. This is in the color 7.0. I'm applying this all over her face using a wet beauty blender. This is my go-to foundations for all my clients. It's the #1 foundation that I carry in my line. I just love it. It's seriously so pretty on the skin, and it just makes you look so flawless and so airbrushed. So now for bronzer, I'm going into LA Girl Pro Concealer in Beautiful Bronze. I'm placing this a little bit on her forehead, and her cheekbones, and underneath her jawline. She honestly has the smallest forehead, so I didn't need to put it there, and I realized it after, but it ended up looking fine. So it is what it is. We always make mistakes. We're human. So I'm using this to contour her face and really chisel out and give her that bronzy effect. So once I was done doing all this, I realized I made her a little bit too bronzy, so I had to drag it down her neck, but that's okay because I'm going to go ahead and fix everything using this Maybelline Master Conceal in light medium. I could have used medium on her, but because I went so bronzy everywhere else, I wanted to go a little bit lighter on the concealer just to really balance out her face and balance out all that bronze. So I placed this on her forehead, on her chin, down the center of her nose, and underneath her eyes just to really conceal. And I also drugged the excess underneath her contour, just again to fix all that bronziness that I gave her, since I really gave that girl a tan. So I love this concealer. This is my go-to concealer on clients, and it's such a great drugstore concealer. It's literally so good. If you haven't tested it out, go pick one up and you will not regret it. So once we're done blending everything out, I'm going to go in with RCMA No Color Powder and set everything that I just did on her face using this No Color Powder. So I'm going to place this underneath her eyes, her chin, her forehead, down her nose, and underneath her contour lines. So once I am done setting the face, I'm going to take a big fluffy blending brush and just dust it all away. Once I am done dusting it all away, I'm going to go in with some MAC Fix Plus or Milani Make It Last and just go ahead and spritz her face. That way all that powder and all that makeup really sinks into her skin, and it makes her look less powdery and a lot more natural and a lot more flawless. I hate the powdery look, which is why I love setting sprays so much. So now going into ColourPop bronzers, I'm going to take ColourPop In It to Win It bronzer and just go ahead and lightly bronze up her cheekbones. I'm not going to hit that forehead because I don't want the forehead to look a little bit smaller than what it is. So I'm just going to hit her cheekbones and underneath her jawline. Then taking those two blushes also from ColourPop, I'm going to hit the apples of her cheekbones just to really accentuate her cheekbones and give her that lifted effect. Then I had a little bit of a problem with that one eye. I felt like it was a little bit patchy, so I just wanted to go in and just really fix it, and then I felt a lot more content about it. Then after that, I'm going to go into some highlight, and I'm going to go into the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to take Bubbly and Dripping in Gold, I believe it is, and just hit the high points of her cheeks, her chin, her cupid's bow, the tip of her nose. And then I'm also going to go into Dose of Colors Fuego and hit the inner corners of her eyes just to really give her that highlighted effect, and also underneath her brow bones to also give her another highlighted effect. I know I've said that like 20,000 times already. Now working on her lower lash line, I'm going to take all the same ColourPop shadows that I used on the top of her eye, and I'm just going to go ahead and use them all underneath her eyes, really starting from the colors that we used in our crease first. The same exact way that we used it on the top is the exact way I'm going to use it on the bottom, starting with our crease colors first, working from our lighter colors to our darker colors, just buffing them back and forth underneath her line, underneath her lower lash line, then going in with a small definer brush, and then using that black to really just give her a smoked out liner kind of look underneath. Then I'm going to go in with some mascara, and basically that completes the eye look. After we are done with the eyes, I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to go in with MAC Cork Lip Liner. It's a really pretty muted golden brown. I believe that's exactly how they describe it online. I'm just going to line her lips with these colors, and then I'm going to go in with Dose of Colors Cork. It's like literally the perfect color for this look. It goes with this look so well and just really complements the eyes so good. So that basically completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do her makeup today. She's so pretty and so gorgeous, and it was such an honor to have her on camera. I love working with her for weddings, but to be able to glam her up today was just such an honor. So if you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that little button down below before you go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.